Hey guys, J-Man here. Okay, well, we all know that the current situation has prevented a lot of comic books, well, all comic books from coming out. So, obviously, X-Men's been delayed. New Warriors has been delayed. I am going to do a video on that. Everything's delayed. So, there's nothing really new to talk about per se. So, I thought, what the hell, let's do a random review, or not review, but discussion on Fantastic Four number 81, who has Crystal in it, and this is where Crystal joins the Fantastic Four. So, by my knowledge and slight research, this is the first time that one of the four has been replaced with a new member. So that's pretty interesting. Crystal, just some background on myself and Crystal. You can always Wikipedia. I'm never going to go into the details of a character and give you their backstories. Like, I mean, that's what the internet's for. My personal relationship with Crystal is that I didn't really care that much about her in general. You know, she's one of the Inhumans, which is cool. I wasn't really, into that character really. And then when I started playing Marvel Strike Force, which I should really get back to doing a video on, I haven't stopped playing for those who are following along. But I really like her in the game, and just her design is amazing. And I kind of started thinking, she's kind of a cool character. Black Bolt was always kind of like my guy. Black Bolt was the man. But I like Crystal. It's a Jack Kirby thing. I love Jack Kirby. He is the king. So I thought, let me do a little bit more research on Crystal and, read some of the issues. And very, very slowly but surely, she is going up the ranks for me in terms of characters that I like. I really like her a lot. I don't know. I think she's just such an interesting character. I do like the look of it. The Jack Kirby, obviously his designs and art is awesome. So I thought, yeah, why not check out some of the issues? And usually if I get into a character, I would go to the beginning. So I do have Inhumans, they appeared in Fantastic Four, which I do have that issue. And then I've got Inhumans #1, which you can see in my case there, and I've got Medusa right there, and I got Crystal. I put Quicksilver in there because they were married and had a kid, but I also love Quicksilver. And then there's issue number 81 that we're talking about in the corner there. And I also have a Crystal bust. This is, I think it's the Bowen design. It's really nice. Maybe maybe I'll open this up real quick and just show it to you. I also redid my Namor shelf. If you, for those of you who like Namor, I'll give you a good look at Crystal there. That's really nice. That's very nicely done. I never understood what her hair was all weird like that, but I really like this design. Really pretty. Look at the face. The face is really nice. Very good. All right, let's put her back in her spot. Close that up. All right. So let's talk about Fantastic Four number 81. I got this because I love the Fantastic Four. As you've been following along, I have been getting more and more of the Fantastic Four issues. I'm definitely 100% going to get all the Crystal issues of Fantastic Four in physical form. I've already started. I've got a few. She was only up to around 105 or so, if my research is true. I'm going to read those issues, so I'll just keep reading them, and as they go away, or when she goes away, I'll stop getting those. But I also am trying to get all the Fantastic Four comics in physical form anyway. But I've got a lot of them on digital. This is all Fantastic Four digital, right? So it's like about 1 to... it's 1 to 100, or 1 to 95 is what I've got on here. All right, so let's get back to number 81. So this is where Sue has already given birth to Franklin, and they need a replacement. So Crystal starts off this issue with putting on the costume. So she made this costume herself. Notice it doesn't have the 4 in the center. She's got it kind of on her belt, which I love the thing like relaxing in the background there. So there's some smooching in the corner there. And then she's testing out her powers, and she kind of wants to join. And she's super powerful because she controls elements and all that. And then Reed comes in. He's like, whoa, what the hell's going on? And she's like, oh, sorry, you know, blah, blah, blah. I wanted to join the Fantastic Four. And he's like, well, I don't know. Yeah, I guess we got to get a replacement. I like how Reed is like, you know, he wasn't even thinking about that. We cut to this guy right here, the Wizard. And we're not talking about the Fred Savage movie or the movie with the dwarf who was like that mechanical guy. Remember that show, The Wizard? I used to watch it. Okay. This is the Wizard. He's got new gauntlets. And this is like a classic Kirby like page right there. It just looks awesome. It's just so the colors. Now, obviously in Comixology and the digital ones, they've really, really made these colors pop. Like this is like, whoa. And I always have the brightness turned up. I just love this kind of... I actually want to comment something about the panels here. The majority of this book is like 2x2. Not that page, of course, but most of it, let's go. Most of it's a 2x2 configuration, which I really like. And actually, if you go Comixology and you do the, you know, come on, the frame by frame, fits really nice on an iPad. Beautiful art, obviously, the colors and everything. Okay. So the Wizard, he knows that Sue's out of commission. He's like, now I've got new gauntlets. I'm going to kick the crap out of the FF. He fights Human Torch first. Great page. Check that out. Here comes the Fantastic Four with Crystal. Crystal really shows that she's like a tactician in this one. She comes up with some good ideas. She obviously shows her power. So this is a great introduction to the character joining the Fantastic Four. And I read the next few issues afterwards as well, and they're all pretty good. And I just like, I think she just fits really nicely. Even when Sue kind of even is right in the next issue, Sue is kind of already doing things here and there. But officially, Crystal is part of the Fantastic Four, and I think she's a great addition to the Fantastic Four. And then, of course, later on, we know that the Fantastic Four, you know, changes around memberships. But I really liked that the Wizard wasn't prepared for Crystal. And this one, he thought, oh, she's just like some losery kid, like what, or some losery girl. What's she gonna do? And I like that Reed underestimated her as well. So there's a little bit of that as well. And then, of course, he comes to find out that, you know, she is good. So awesome. Like you know, like every damn panel is like look at Crystal. She's like, holy shit, what the hell? And these are just like classic books right here. And I absolutely love this. I have this hanging up. I'm a liar. I don't have this panel hanging up. I have the first panel hanging. But this is one of these panels where it's just like, that's just nice. All of them together. Like, if you can get like a print of that, you know what I mean? Like, or have one of the original pages. Like, I mean, this is just fantastic. Fantastic Four. That was not a pun that I intended. Yeah. So the Wizard, you know, they think he's defeated, but, well, they don't think he's defeated. He gets knocked into the water. Reed tries to find him with his arm. He, like, swivels his arm around trying to find him. He can't find him. They don't know where he is, and then that's kind of where it ends. But Crystal is now part of the Fantastic Four. I like that her costume is a little bit different. She has the 4 on her belt. And that's it. And I do like Crystal's design. I love the yellow, of course. You know, and her joining the Fantastic Four is great. It really kind of changed things up. I don't know what people thought about this at the time of it happening. They may have thought, why are you changing the roster around? You know, I'm trying to think if they change something nowadays, you know, you'd always be a bit skeptical, like, why is this happening? But I mean, this was 81 issues in. I guess they thought it's time to, you know, do something else. And also, Fantastic Four was always about the family element. So I like the idea that Sue was like, you know what, I'm pregnant, or I just gave birth. I can't be running around being a superhero. So I think it's good to show some of the realism in the comics. So that's interesting. And Crystal, you know, she was Johnny Storm's girlfriend. And then did she go to Quicksilver next? I don't remember. So I know that her and Quicksilver have a child together, and that's addressed in X Factor. The Peter David series, at least, did some good stuff with that with that. But yeah, I really like Crystal. She's a very interesting character. You know, not someone that you'd pick up and be like, wow, this is one of my favorite characters. I don't know if she's there yet for me, but I tend to gravitate towards some of the more interesting guys. Like Namor's my favorite Marvel character. I like Cyclops, Jean, Hawkeye, Daredevil. Daredevil's gotten a lot of popularity from the show, but those are kind of my top 5 people. And obviously Jean Grey, I'm sure is a liked character. But out of those 5, I mean, you know, Cyclops, people usually go to Wolverine or Nightcrawler or Colossus. They don't necessarily go to Cyclops as their favorite. I think I might be the only man on the planet who thinks Namor is the best, which gives me a comfort, I think. But you know, and Hawkeye, I love Hawkeye just from childhood, one of my favorites. West Coast Avengers, all that. So yeah, I don't know if Crystal's in that tier yet, but I like the weirder characters. I like Polaris, I like Crystal, I like Dazzler. You know, these kind of like some of these more not the popular characters. Also, Spider-Man and Hulk are in my top 10. So I mean, it's not all quirky characters. There's that. I also like Quicksilver. I got the Quicksilver tattoo and Polaris tattoo. So is Crystal going to be a tattoo? Not anytime soon, until we get this stuff cleared up at least. So give me some time to ponder. I should maybe put it over here next to Quicksilver so they can argue about, you know, custody over their kid. Anyway, that's it. I just thought I'd just throw a video out here just to keep myself out there, and you know, I'm bored, so whatever. Anyway, that's it for Fantastic Four number 81. I like it. Let me know if you read it. What did you think of Crystal joining? Do you think it was just like a bunch of crap? Like, what was the point of it? I don't know. Also, just throwing this out there, guys, if you like my stuff, you know, give me a like and subscribe. I usually don't throw that kind of stuff out in these videos, but everyone does it, and I've been told 100 times, you know, you should remind people to like and subscribe and all that stuff. So yeah, okay, I'm doing it. But yeah. And again, if you like what you see, I do have a donation button if you want, you know, whatever. But anyways, guys, keep talking. Let me know what you think, and that's it. All right, until next time.